What's up, Fire Nation? It's your boy Rico, along with my little big cousin G-Baby and our boy Raul, the Zookeeper, and we are the Friendly Fire Podcast, the hottest podcast on either side of the Mississippi, episode 47, baby.
Andre Kirilenko.
Yes, sir. AK-4. That's by far the greatest
name
you
can
give yourself.
And he can shoot a little bit.
Yeah, that little bit of jumper to him.
You can't tell me he didn't do that on purpose.
No, it definitely was
His
a marketing.
parents was like, yeah, this is it.
This is going to work.
He's the one.
He's going to get us out of the hood. How y'all doing today? Wellness check.
Tired. Very tired.
I am also tired,
I am also tired.
You more than tired.
That means this pod is coming through the tires.
That's the name. That's the name.
Let's get it.
It is.
That was real quick. Through the tired, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
All right, let's go.
All right, we got a pretty good episode for y'all. A lot of information to spread around, a lot of opinions. But first, we're going to start with the question of the day from our very own Zookeeper. Talk to us.
Well, this one is more video game related.
Okay.
With a video game we all know and love, or no, 2K.
Okay.
The WWE they also partnered with 2K.
Yes, they did.
Since like 2K12, I think, and like 2K20, like 2K19, 2K18, I guess we're like getting worse and worse and worse
For WWE?
Like, yeah. So like the 2K21 was apparently. Like the last 2K I bought was like 2K16 for the WWE. I've never bought anything after, but apparently the 2020 version was like terrible. Like it was.
I heard it was like really bad.
Like 1 out of 10. Like because that's the lowest review you could actually leave.
Yeah.
That's what it has. And so 2K decided, I guess, because their contract was about to expire after this year.
Okay.
They took a break, so they didn't do 2K21. Because they wanted the extra year to work on 2K22. I'm assuming to impress people, impress the fans, impress the WWE themselves, so they could renew their contract
and not lose their money.
Yeah. So they ended up taking their time. I haven't bought the game, but from all the reviews I've been seeing, stuff on YouTube and whatnot, the game looks flawless. Even on TikTok, like people post like the little clips.
The clips, yeah.
And like it looks clean. Obviously, it's a PS5. But like the gameplay apparently is like amazing. I was even looking at it. I was like, damn, I don't even watch wrestling anymore. But like, I might just have to buy it when I have the PS5. And do you think, because like with me, what I always do with 2K, the NBA game, I always do skip a year. Because at least for me, from year to year is not always worth it.
Yeah, it's not a drastic difference.
Yeah,
usually.
So I'll always wait an extra year.
Okay.
And I'll just update the roster with the online stuff.
Yeah.
And that way I'm not spending money every year on the 2K game. Do you think 2K NBA, the NBA 2K should like try to do what they did with the WWE? Like maybe take an extra year. So like don't release a game every year. Just update the rosters because you can't do that online. And then just make a better product, a better career mode, a better park or something.
See, the issue is because they know for a fact that people are going to still buy it. Even with the very minimum changes, if any, because all they do is add more sweat half the time. They don't really be adding what the people want.
Yeah.
And so it's like they know these 12-year-old kids are going to steal their mama credit card to buy all the VC in the world. So it's one of those like, why would I? Now, should they? That's kind of tough to say because then it's like, what do we really want as a fan? Because like even the fans aren't completely united on what they want different from 2K.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, because one thing I've heard people say, they don't like how you can just basically buy your way to being a top-notch player. It's like one of those like, it should be some like reward system for you deciding to grind. It's like if I decide to grind, I'm still gonna be as worse as some 12-year-old who just bought this VC to become a 90 overall. Like that's not fair.
Yeah.
So should they take a year off? I don't think they should. I just think that they should probably do more to kind of reward the guys or the girls, whoever's playing, who decide to grind their way to whatever they achievement is, instead of just, although I know VC is the money grab, but it's like instead of just rewarding you right away, oh, you're going to be the best player of all time because of all the VC you bought type of deal. I think that's how I think they should balance it more.
I always thought just with like 2K and even with like the Call of Duties is they're starting to separate them a little bit. Like 2K should have two versions. It should be a $30 version for the people that just want to play quick play and this, that, and that, and then just have a career mode. Because y'all are taking this career mode to a completely different level. That it's like, I don't feel like I should have to DJ in front of the game. I feel like I shouldn't have to do that to get a pair of gym shoes to get signed tonight. I feel like that's excessive. I just want to come play ball. You know, because I've been playing 2K for a minute. In 2K11, you already know the go-to 6'7" point guard.
Yeah.
He was 215 pounds with all the dunks and all this, and he was averaging 200 points a game for one season, and then you don't pick it up again. Like, I don't want to play 2 seasons of my career.
Yeah.
But you're making me spend $200 to get my dude to a 90. Then I got to play online to get him to a 99. I'm like, no, I don't want to keep putting money into this game.
Yeah.
I just want to play and dunk on people. That's it.
Yeah.
You make it complicated.
But see, I think that's video games in general, just with the microtransactions. So I've watched a lot of, I know you a big YouTube fiend, but I've actually watched a lot of recent YouTube videos just about kind of like where the state of video games is at.
Yeah.
And like, it was like some top 10 lists about things that piss players off and whatnot. And these companies will promise we're going to give you a game where you don't have to buy X, Y, and Z to be successful. You can just play the game and work your way to success. But then you get the game and then it's like, oh, well, if you really want to get to this chance or you really want to beat this demon slayer thing or whatever, you're not going to be able to do it unless you pay the $12.99 for this sword or something like that. So it's kind of like,
I can see that.
It's one of those things where it's like 2K is like the king right now of microtransactions. Such same thing with Fortnite and all of these other games. And people are worried that Warzone may start leaning towards that way because they see that's where the money is at. Yeah, this is a free game, but now you know it's dropped $100-something just so you can be competitive. Yeah, that takes away from me. It's already a $66 game after tax. Now I'm dropping potentially another $100 just to be good. Yeah, because then it's like it's not fun. It'd be like
I got to spend money to do this, and it's like, oh, that's a cool skin. How much does it cost? It was like $25. I'm like, do I want to pay $25 to play as Snoop Dogg? Absolutely. I'm gonna drop $25 to play Snoop Dogg. But it's like I shouldn't have to. Yeah. Like it should be like get 7,000 kills with the Snoop skin or something to unlock it. Yeah. Or with this, like give me a challenge, because if I can just go in there and drop a dub, then I'm like it takes the fun out of it.
Because I remember obviously like we're old, but back then like obviously now you could keep adding like skins or keep adding stuff. And back then, you got the game, and there were unlockable characters, and you had to do like a certain mission, and then you could unlock it. So I mean, they could bring that back. But I know, like, I don't know if you guys saw the Harry Potter trailer for the video game. Yes, that's coming out. For like one thing, like I guess the potions or whatever, you have to wait like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, like for the potion to be done. Yeah, like, you could do other things. So like someone on Reddit was like, oh, I hope they don't make this like a microtransaction thing. So if you don't want to wait 30 minutes, you just pay $2 and then you could get it right away. Apparently, a developer responded to him on Reddit, and they were like, no micro. You're gonna have to wait 30 minutes, no microtransactions or anything. But we'll see if that's actually true. If they just said that off go, just so people don't start getting deterred from it.
Money talks, man. It's one of those, and because. Yeah. The fact that they know that we, especially as a gamer generation now, are so impatient. We want everything now. And I think DLC really ruined a lot of that because it's like...
It's unfinished game.
It started even with like... Yeah, that's what... Like with the Arkham series. It's like, oh yeah, we got all of this. And mind you, Batman, his story alone is fairly long and it's pretty in-depth. But then it's like, oh, by the way, that Catwoman girl y'all saw running around, you can play as her too. Oh, y'all like Robin? We got Robin and Nightwing. Yeah. We may even have some Red Hood for you. And it's just like, why can't and I understand that. I'm even okay a little bit with the DLC portions, but when it's one of those like I can't just 100% something to earn this, it's like, no, you got $100, you can earn it. Yeah. It's like,
like DLC back then used to be like, okay, you pay $7 for this Assassin's Creed, and it was like another 12 hours worth of game. Yeah. So it was like I understand that. Now you'd be like, pay this, and you get these 3 guns that don't do anything. You get these 3 costumes, and you get these 2 skill.
That was one of the biggest critiques with the Miles Morales game. One of the only critiques with the Miles Morales game. It's like, this game is real life, like 9 hours of gameplay. Y'all could have made this a separate chapter of the Spider-Man game.
What they should have did was all the DLC from the original Spider-Man should have just been in the story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, you play a certain mission, here's Black Cat. You play some more, then, here's this. Then you play a little bit more. Here's the end of the DLC. Then the DLC should have been Miles. Mm-hmm. So that way you're like, I get a full Spider-Man game. And then, this 6 hours of DLC, that's enough.
But that's how they make, I feel like, the game prolong longer. Because the DLCs were released once first. And then you have to wait another month. And another one. And another. So now you're playing the game for an extra 2-3 months. Because like I saw with the WWE one, there's 4 or 5 DLC packs, and each pack has like 5 or 6 extra wrestlers, like the Hall of Fame wrestlers. So now it's like you're waiting till June to be able to play with your favorite wrestler.
And that's weird to me because it's like if you go back to SmackDown versus Raw, like these people were just available. Like
Right.
you guys, they were just there. You could just play as Hulk Hogan if you wanted.
It's like,
to.
I should be able to play as the Rock and Stone
Yeah.
Cold Steve Austin.
Like now you're telling me now it's one of those things. I think one of the biggest culprits I think recently was Mortal Kombat. One of the recent games from Mortal Kombat, it was like the game right before it had like all however many characters it is now. Then it was like the next one was like, yeah, we're not gonna give you all of the characters, but you can get them again and then play as the Terminator and as Rambo. It's like, well, why can't I just
play as them?
play as everybody and then have to unlock the Terminator and Raw? I don't have to unlock a character who's in the story.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
GTA 5 is the one that really ruined it because they pushed that across 3 systems.
What you mean?
Because when GTA 5 first came out, I got it on double disc for the 360.
Dude, I was in high
It
school.
came on 2 CDs, and I was just graduating high school. Then it came out for the PS4, and I bought it physical. Then I lost it. They had to buy it digital. Now they just re-released it on the 5. Like, that's a 10-year-old game. It's been pushed on 3 systems
With the same story.
with the exact same everything.
Yeah.
It's
Now you got Dr.
upgraded.
Dre, bro.
Yeah, you have a little
And-
Dr. Dre. I was not finna. No, I'm not doing this.
That's very interesting, though.
But people put a lot. That's a big market for the microtransactions, especially Fortnite, because you can't put less than I think $6 or $7 in there to get anything.
I want to play as Will Smith. All right, well, you're going to have to play. You have to
Like,
pay
why?
X.
Have you ever thought you asked that question?
Yeah.
You looked in the mirror and be like, yeah, why do I want to play as Willow Smith?
I have, because I was one of those people when I started playing Fortnite when it first came out. I was like, all right, this game is fun, but I'm never gonna spend money on a skin because it doesn't help you anyway. But like a couple months later, I was spending money on fucking
Who did you
skins.
buy? Who did you?
It was none of the, I haven't played since like after that first year it came out, but it was just like I think the skeleton one, like some cool like the little gliders. And
Oh,
shit.
this isn't that bad.
Yeah, I was like whatever. It's like $7, but like those $7 added up.
No, I'm very curious to like find out how much money these companies make strictly off of microtransactions.
Bro, insane. Like all those little kids that steal their parents' credit cards and buy like a $200 of skins.
Wasn't that Big Baby a couple years ago? It was like his son racked up like 60,000 in Fortnite transactions.
It might have been. I don't know. I
It
know
was one of them
I know
people.
there was a few sounds going around of like people like coming in on their kids like, so what did you do? Oh, I didn't mean to. So you paid for 12,000, however many virtual whatever, and that cost me $500 on my card, like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not little, but stuff like that.
Right.
And it's just like, bro, like self-control. But these gaming companies know that these people don't got no self-control, so why not keep capitalizing on it? I guess.
Yeah.
So, Fire Nation, let us know what y'all think. What are y'all opinions on the gaming industry? What are your pet peeves when it comes to microtransactions or anything like that? Is there something different that you would like from the 2Ks and from the GTAs? Shoot, just let them release the next one whenever. Because even like with the next Spider-Man game, that's not coming out till next year. Summertime. And
Yeah.
knowing them, it's not going to be complete, even when they come out.
Nah.
So then it's one of those, like, why not keep releasing some type of DLC for either Miles or the main game?
Because then you miss your window. Because it's just like, just say we have to get, like, when that Spider-Man came out in 2018. It's like, say, we got to get this game out before
The
all
movie.
these other ones come out.
Mhm.
Then it's a hype over the movie. So if we can get it out before the movie, then we can add the costumes. I know I ran it back 2 times a piece with each new costume they ever put in. So I'm like,
Bro,
It's gonna
when
keep
Home
me
came
going.
out, I downloaded it again because I had already bought it.
I
And
definitely
deleted
played with
it
the-
to
with
play
the No Way
another
Home.
I was
one.
like, I
And
gotta
yeah,
play
I
it.
downloaded it
I'm
again.
just waiting for them to drop the new one, so they dropped the armored suit, the new suit,
Yeah. Mhm.
and I had to run through it again with them 2 new ones. I'm like, why y'all keep taking my time away? You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving me the same story, yo, help me out. You know?
Kids are still like, Dad just won't come home. He's just on the game.
Playing the same game for
New
26
suit.
years. It's like, I'm sorry, it's
I'm
just
sorry,
so addicting.
I got to. But Fire Nation, keep us posted what y'all think about the whole video game industry, what needs to change, what y'all do and don't like. But let's get it started. What do we got?
Let's kick it off heavy with Brittany Griner.
No.
So Brittany Griner got everybody knows obviously about the whole situation going on with Russia and Ukraine. So it's very, very tense right now. And Russia basically told US, y'all step is gonna be a problem. So for most of you guys who don't know, WNBA superstars, because they don't make enough money in the US, they usually end up playing overseas for the
I would say
second half.
superstar. I would say star. No, I'm just-
Brittany, that's a whole other argument for another time. I'm not even getting into that with you. But most of the best players, they end up playing. A lot of the players end up playing overseas to make a livable wage because they don't make enough in the WNBA. Brittany Griner has been playing in Russia for, I want to say, since the start of her career.
I think every summer.
Yeah, every summer. Her Diana Taurasi, even Candace Parker, until she got the money like for working with Turner, was playing overseas. So Russia has a very strict drug policy, and I guess I don't know if she was getting ready to fly back or what. They found a vape pen or something like that in her luggage, and she's been under arrest, basically like a prisoner of war, for going on two to 3 months, I think they said.
Yeah, we just heard about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's been a very sticky situation because a lot of people are saying, well, why aren't we giving this the same energy that we gave anything else? Then you get the people saying, well, she know the rules, she shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z, which is like, okay, if that's the rules, fine. But they basically were talking about she's at risk of being put in some type of like camp for up to like 5 years over a vape pen. Damn. And a lot of people are saying that she's being used potentially as a pawn between the U.S. and Russia because the WNBA, Lisa Leslie, WNBA Hall of Famer, she spoke and said that a lot of the current WNBA players have been told not to speak on the situation because they don't want Brittany Griner being used as a pawn in case of war. Right. And even Brittany Griner's family, according to my friend Kiwanis, has been told, y'all don't need to speak on this. It's like, let the U.S. handle this, but if y'all come out and saying free Brittany or X, Y, and Z,
it's gonna push
it can get really bad really fast. So what do y'all think about the whole everything going on basically?
If we go to war over Brittany Griner, man, I'm just saying.
That's tough. That's very tough.
No, it's going to be terrible.
It's so hard because you be like, oh, yeah, and you got all the things, but it's like you are overseas.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we can't speak for...
It's that third world Gucci belt coming in again. Some countries don't play. Like, obviously, like, to us, it's just a vape pen or a wax pen or whatever. But there's countries that are, like, super strict on that stuff. If you go to Amsterdam, you can get a prostitute. The cops there, they don't care. They'll probably pay for it for you if you're, like, a tourist. If you go to Saudi Arabia, women have to be dressed head to toe. Doesn't matter. They have, like, no rights there. Russia, it's the vape pens. I think Japan's like super strict on stuff like that.
Now Japan is like when it comes to weed and drugs, like they don't play that at all.
Yeah.
I didn't know Russia was that serious, but I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense based off everything else that's been going on with Russia. So.
And then it's like you don't leave us no room to operate because it's like obviously it's yours. You know it's wrong. So it's like, are we really? We gotta stick our neck out for you. Like we have to do something.
Yeah.
Because it's wrong, but it's technically not wrong. It's perspective. It's like, hey. She's a criminal. This is what we do with criminals over here. It's not like they're prosecuting her over here that way. It's like you went over there and you knew the rules. Yeah. Black, white, brown, red, like you know the rules. It was like you broke them. I mean, you got caught. I mean, it's so sad that they can't, during this time of war, just can't bring her over or let her, embassy do it like how they do it. But it's just like you did break a rule.
And apparently they told her or told people who were traveling there, try not to travel there because this has been brewing since before like the war actually started between Ukraine and Russia.
I didn't know that.
It was already brewing for like 2-3 months before that. Like that, I guess Russia was already moving the troops there, and so I guess they told her like, "Yo, but obviously you want to get your bread." And
imagine she's been there. She knows the people. She knows Russia at this. You think you do.
And you could say maybe before she was allowed to get in and out with it. And they didn't give her any problems because they're like, all right, you're Brittany Griner. Yeah. You're getting paid. Everyone, like, our people love watching you play basketball. But right now, it's like...
You just picked the wrong time.
It's like, hey, now we got to tighten up a little bit. And we tightened it up a little bit.
But no, to be potentially a prisoner at a camp for up to 5, that's ridiculous. Like, you say what you want, but god dang, like, come on now, over a vape pen, bro.
I don't think 5 years. I don't think they'll do it.
I don't think they will either. But it's one of those like they really dangling her over the U.S. Like, how much do y'all care about y'all women basically at this point?
Yeah, and see that's so messed up because it's like, what do you do in this situation?
Yeah, because it's like are we gonna go to war and put thousands of people, millions of people? Because like if someone drops a nuke, they coming out. And it's like just for Brittany Griner because she brought her weed. It's like, all right, you're gonna have to take that out.
You might have to take that. You have to take that case. Because I mean, it is like what I'm gonna send all the troops and violate all this. Like for you, like you broke the rules, bro.
We'll find someone else that could dunk.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's tough. It's
I really
real
just
tough.
hope. Honestly, I just hope that she's okay, and I hope that everything kind of works out. Because it's just like when you look at the whole situation, you like, bro, like y'all really like on that with her
They
right
really-
now.
they
Like,
was really on
god
that.
dang.
They really be on there. You see how they was with Sha'Carri at the Olympics?
Yeah,
They do not play that stuff.
No.
Like they do not.
man. But what next we got?
Speaking about gas prices,
Ooh.
Daddy Yankee.
Oh,
Hey.
so.
Talk about it. Talk about it, Zoo.
Daddy Yankee retired after
Ran
32
out of
years of music.
gasolina.
Man.
He did.
That's been 32 years.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's been rapping since the 90s.
No.
Yeah.
For real? Damn. Yeah, he was with Nori.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's insane. But yeah,
That's
he
crazy,
announced his
huh?
retirement. He dropped his last album on Thursday.
And you sold a kidney to go see
And
his
I'm going to the concert. There's no way. This is like one of the people like you have to go see before they retire. You know, like Eminem's on my list. If he
It's
ever,
like the other Bad Bunny concert where you gotta go see him.
Nah, you gotta
see
go.
him.
Nah, like if Eminem goes, like it's getting to the point where sometimes when Eminem's like, I'm only performing in Detroit,
I might
it's
drive.
like
I'm not
I have to
driving to
go.
Detroit.
Like
Yeah,
I
you
have to
gotta
go because
experience
it's
it.
like I gotta see this man perform at least once. And it's stuff like that, and this man fell under that category. And if it is his last time performing, then you gotta take advantage. If he does
Tom Brady
if he-
last touchdown.
if he does a Tom Brady, I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna be like, you
He'll
can't
come
come to
back to
Chicago,
recap.
man.
Bro, I'm telling you, artists don't never truly retire. Artists never truly
Yeah,
retire.
but like maybe like it's a difference between making music and like actually going on a tour.
yeah.
Cause like I said, Eminem performs in Europe and then he'll do Coachella and that's about it. So
He don't leave. If it's not for like something big, I've
Yeah.
noticed he do not leave Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm home.
So
Daddy
But not-
Yankee gonna pull the wolf on. I'm not leaving.
facts.
You gonna be
So,
mad.
yeah, this man's retiring, so we gotta
We've
enjoy
been trying to convince Zoo to flip the tickets because they going for 6 times as much as
it.
what he
They're
paid
going
for them for.
Crazy.
I'm
he
like,
want to take this dinner with Jay-Z.
Man.
Yeah,
do you know how many geckos you can buy?
it's a lot of
Gotta
geckos.
make the Bad Bunny concert.
Yeah.
You can hire Bad Bunny to come play at your house at this point.
Probably.
Man, that's a lot of money.
We
But
should see.
But shout out Daddy Yankee.
shout out to a great career, even like
a staple in the culture for
absolutely,
30 years.
absolutely. Somebody who everybody knows at least something about. Everybody know Gasolina.
Everybody knows that.
So it's one of those, man. Shout out to him
Despacito. Everybody knows Despacito.
for true. He was
With the
I
Biebs.
I be forgetting that. I forgot he was
He
with
got a lot
that.
of stuff. He wasn't really like super mainstream on the radio after a while, but like
Yeah.
on like the Latin shit,
stayed
yeah, he
he
was
stayed
like
consistent.
he was relevant. He was very relevant.
He's still super relevant. I had his first album in 2003, 2004, something like that. It came out.
Knowing
I
good
still
and
have
well-
it.
Knowing good and well, you shouldn't have had that out.
Honestly, how did I acquire this?
I don't understand
I don't remember who
nothing
bought
that's
it for me,
going
but
on.
I think it must have been my uncle or something. But
He was like,
I
hey,
cannot recall.
I got you.
It's like cool, appreciate that,
Jeez.
uncle.
Gasolina is just a metaphor for something else.
Oh,
we already
that
know
so?
that.
it's not these high ethanol prices.
Oh man, what else?
We can go on. What's his old boy name? The swimmer dude, the
Oh,
swimmer person.
Leah
Old boy,
Thomas.
old girl.
Oh yeah, old girl.
So it's been
It's ma'am.
it's been she has been trending for the past 2-3 weeks, longer than that actually. But she's recently come back into light because been placing in these all women races, and people are saying, why is she allowed to race when she was once a man? And a lot of people are saying you can't, because I guess they're afraid of this becoming a trend of guys who, whether they decide to completely change their gender or not. It's like, why are you still allowed to compete in these races when biologically speaking, you are still in most ways
A man.
superior? Like let's be real. Like, and
this just ruined every single deal we were gonna get.
I mean,
It's not because no, we're not
we're not
bashing or
bashing.
hating.
It's just
on-
one of those like.
See you,
I
iHeartRadio.
think there is a legit conversation to be had right here. It's like, I don't care whatever you decide to be, whatever you decide to feel, but those things come with consequences. It's one of those like, we can't control being black. You can't control being Mexican, so they can't say, oh well, he's Mexican, why should he be on whatever team? Like, that gives him an advantage. That has nothing to do with anything. But if you were born a man and you physically have the gifts of a male swimmer, you shouldn't be allowed, in my opinion, to swim in these women races.
Yeah. Now the counter argument would be they do have to take estrogen pills to lower it in they have to lower it to a certain amount to where the Olympics or whatever committee allows them to participate in it. So I guess technically she is lowered to the amount of the other female swimmers that were swimming. Maybe on the higher end of the estrogen, but it still covers.
But you like 6'4".
Yeah, she's like you skying over everybody.
Like you shattering their records because your arms is like ridiculous. Like,
and then even with what you just said right there, I cannot remember her name right now, but there's a female born, I think she's either Jamaican or Nigerian. She was a track runner, and they wouldn't let her run because I guess her estrogen levels weren't as low as they
they were too high.
But it was one of those like she is a woman. Like on her birth certificate, everything shows up that she was a woman. She's just physically better than everybody else. Yeah. So you punishing her, but you're allowing somebody else who was born a man to be able to compete. And it's one of those, everybody, oh, well, this is so transphobic. It's not transphobic. Y'all can't pick and choose when right is right. Like I said, if you, like you say, choices. You made the choice. Choices come with consequences. It's not. It's not saying you don't deserve rights. It's not saying you don't deserve to vote. You don't deserve where you want to go to the bathroom. We're not saying that. Yeah. We just saying you shouldn't be able to compete with these women because they're not even in the physical same realm as you. Now some people are arguing, oh well, she's not even finishing first or whatever. It's like it don't matter. She's taking that spot away from somebody else.
It should be like the rules for having fairly godparents. It's like you can't use it to find true love and you can't use it for competition. Like, yeah, for real. Like this dude, you registered as a man in competition. You should always, you were a man in competitional swimming. Can't change that. No matter who you are, you registered as a man. You was this back then, I'm pretty sure, but you registered as a man. You should have registered back then as a woman. Like, you can't do that. If LeBron James is, I am an American male basketball player, he can't retire and just be like, oh, I'm LaQuisha James now and dominate. You can't. Like, you can't do that. Like, no, you registered as a man. You was the 462nd best man swimming. Yeah. You can't try out for women because you already here. That's like a man boxer being like, yeah, I'm a woman now.
I mean, it's like when there was it was some high schoolers it was at the high school that was wrestling, whooping on breaking all the records. And it's like, what did you expect her to do? Yeah. She was a dude 5 months ago. Yeah. Like, come on, bro.
And then your argument when you were like, oh, when the girl joins the football and in the baseball or whatever, it's like, yeah, because we didn't have a female football team. So it was like, okay, yeah. She tries out, whatever. She wasn't getting no D2 scholarship or no D3. She wasn't hardly playing. You knew what that was. It was like, oh, we let her join. This is man and women wrestling. Like, it's a separation different. They need to have a third one if that's the biggest thing.
If they're going to do it like that,
it should be an all gender. Yeah. This, man, women, all gender. And you compete in that.
With wrestling, there's weight classes, so I feel like it might be a little bit more fair.
Well, wrestling's different because I've seen girls in my high school wrestle. That's different because it's like he says weight classes. But you just can't be like, oh, yeah, I'm a woman today and then tomorrow I'm a man and vice versa. Yeah, like, but that's not right.
I mean, I understand the weight classes, but like a 180-pound man can look way different than a 180-pound woman type of deal. And like, you feel me? So it's like
physical, like how 5'10" woman is like the tallest person in the world.
Yeah, and a
5'10" man ain't nothing.
So it's like little stuff like that. Yeah. It kind of varies. But I mean, it's one of those, like I said, I was trying to tell people, like, I don't think they need to be shunned or like say, oh, you despicable. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, let's be real. You don't need to be competing with these other people because it's like you have everything. You were born with everything else that they weren't born with. That would put you a step ahead. Of course, you should be placing in these races because you are physically superior as of right now. Like, come on, like, let's just be real. Yeah. And you saw what Andrew Schultz was saying. It was just like, bro, like, okay, I feel like a woman now. I can go try for the WNBA. No, like that's not what we doing, bro.
It's like they're seeing how far they can get away with.
It's a dangerous game.
It's dangerous because then you're gonna cry wolf to the point where they're not gonna care no more.
Yeah,
they're gonna if you want to normalize it, you have to have Dwayne Wade's daughter join the WNBA.
Well, he want to be a son again or something. I thought I read.
I don't know.
He's still kind of like it's up in the air, but
I don't know. But no, I did hear somebody say that though. They was like if Zaya joins the WNBA, because I think she's already like 6'1" right now. Yeah. So like if she decides she want to hoop, then it's gonna be like, oh wait, hold on, wait.
No.
It's like
That
if
ain't
we
right.
if we allowing it, we allowing it. Type of this. I don't know, man.
Like Boosie said, man.
Boosie say a lot.
But these girls be training their whole life for that, and then you come in here with this bullshit. You know it's wrong.
That's what. No,
Like, you know it's wrong.
that I do agree with. It's like,
Like, it's different if you was really like, I've always been this, I've always been that, and I'm just now coming out. You knew you sucked as a man athletically, so you want to try your hand.
That's
at
like
this.
Caitlyn Jenner winning women of the year after being a woman
That's
for
disrespectful.
a month.
That's disrespectful. That's super disrespectful. It's like for Hillary Clinton winning Black Man of the Year. It's like, like what is this?
How did we get here?
Like, how did we end up in this situation?
Sean King woman Black Man of the Year.
Where's Big Boy at? Somebody else could have won this one.
Oh man. Well, we'll see what happens though. We definitely gonna see what happens.
Sticking with the theme of sports, we can talk about your boy Triple H.
Oh, my boy Triple H. He had retired from wrestling.
Yep.
Well, if anything, we could start. Well, no, I'll finish Triple H first. Yeah, he had to retire from wrestling, in-ring wrestling. Because last year he did have like heart complications. He said his I guess his heart was failing, and he didn't really know. He just felt really tired, and then he went to the doctor, and then they're the ones that like rushed him to the ER where they told him to go to the ER. And yeah, he said his heart was like working on like 20%.
God dang.
And yeah,
that's a big dude.
Yeah, he was like
20%. Yeah, damn. That one was pulling.
Yeah, so
like Tony Stark. I'm glad he found it out. Though.
Yeah.
Before it got bad.
And then
Before it got bad.
Yeah, it was already.
Before it got worse. Like, God dang.
Yeah, it was already terrible.
He had it on low battery mode.
Yeah, like, damn, G, you got the energy save on at the right time.
He had to put his heart on airplane mode.
But yeah, he had so now he has a defibrillator permanently. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be permanent for life, but at least at the moment he still has it. So obviously you can't wrestle with that. His man's gonna get shocked every time his blood pressure skyrockets.
Well, that's to be expected with them wrestlers. Like
So,
you
yeah.
lifting grown ass people over your head and slamming into tables and stuff.
Jumping off a 15-foot.
That heart gonna be pumping a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
a little bit of a heart rate
so
thing.
for him, also in the wrestling, Biggie broke his neck a couple weeks ago. They tried to do the belly to belly suplex, and he landed straight on his neck, and he just stiffened up. If you watch the video, he just stiffens up. I'm pretty sure he definitely got paralyzed for a little bit. But they're saying he might not be able to wrestle again because the vertebrae that he broke usually doesn't heal completely. I think it's the same one Stone Cold Steve Austin broke that caused him to retire. So
Didn't he just come back?
well, no, he's they're not gonna make it a match. So at first they were announcing it as a match. Now he's probably just gonna show up. It's like an in-ring segment, so I think he's just gonna show up, talk trash, and then like hit the stunner probably, and that was it. It's like in 2 weeks, I think it's gonna happen.
It'll be worth it.
But yeah, because with the stunner, he doesn't land on his neck. He lands on his ass. So
Yeah.
It's a whatever. And then Scott Hall passed away last week
R.I.P.
as well. So
Speaking of wrestling, real quick though, I remember you were talking about how like big AEW has gotten. Like, what's been the catalyst behind that?
So they're making it more, where WWE is more cartoonish. This one they're making it more serious, and they allow them. So like WWE doesn't allow their wrestlers to talk about other promotions, basically. And so like they pretend nothing exists outside of WWE. AEW, they'll reference WWE and they'll reference other promotions. They keep them on a win, even though it's scripted. They still keep them on a win-lose like tally like every year. And they allow them, so where WWE, like even their promos are scripted, they tell them like to memorize it. The AEW is like more like old school, like from the 90s and early 2000s, where they would just be like, all right, this is the point you have to make, but you have 5 minutes, just talk, say however you want. So it's more like that old school feeling. Okay. And they allow blood and stuff. WWE doesn't allow blood anymore, really.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, after all the darkness that happened in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
if Undertaker came back to life.
Yeah. that they bleed in WWE, it's because like they accidentally broke, like when they broke John Cena's nose or whatever.
Yeah.
But AEW, they like do all that hardcore stuff, so they're starting to get like super popular.
That's very interesting, actually. Cause now I saw them on they were advertising on TNT. I didn't know how well they was doing, but then I saw they got like Edge and they had CM Punk. CM Punk like changed I think the whole trajectory of a lot of stuff. And then when they got Edge, people was like,
yeah, they got a lot of people.
So we'll see.
They got Jeff Hardy, I think last week.
It's so funny watching them like dressed back up. It's like, woo.
Like,
It's been a minute, hasn't
Y'all
it?
could have updated the fits a little bit.
Because the Jeff Hardy situation was funny because he was in the WWE, and like they do like so they do their Monday show and Friday show that's on TV,
Mm-hmm.
but in between they wrestle at smaller arenas.
Yeah.
And like that's not shown on TV. So in the middle of his match, he walked out and went to the crowd and like started taking pictures with the fans. And WWE got mad, so they made him get drug tested because he has like a history of like being a drug addict and a DUI or whatever. And so he got mad and he was like, all right, whatever, I'll take your test. He took it. Before the results came back, they're like, if you want to keep like wrestling under our company, you have to go into rehab. And he's like, I'm not on anything. I was fine. I was just doing it because it was fun. You know, this isn't on TV or anything. It's not like an actual like serious match or whatever. Yeah. And they're like, no, if you want to be with us, you have to go in rehab. So Jeff Hardy just quit. And then like a week later when the results came back, they were negative. So they tried to entice him to come back. They're like, we'll put you in the Hall of Fame this year. And Jeff Hardy's like F your Hall of Fame. Like, nobody cares about it because it's not like an actual wrestling Hall of Fame. It's a WWE
like, who's the best
Hall
actor?
of Fame.
Right, it's a carnival.
Yeah, so he told him like to F off because his brother Matt Hardy is in AEW already. He's like, I'm just gonna go wrestle with my brother, basically.
I'm gonna play with my brother again.
Yeah, so he just joined them literally last week or 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Whenever it was.
Wrestling is such an interesting spectacle, and I've been seeing it. It's been trending a lot more on TikTok. Like a lot more people are starting to really just talk about it, and like they're like analyzing it. Like it's so crazy because
everyone knows it's scripted now. So now you're analyzing if they made the right choice, basically. Because a lot of people are like Vince McMahon was on the Pat McAfee show, and I watched that whole interview, and he's like, yeah, I listen to what the people want, and then everyone was like, no, you don't. You do whatever the fuck you want. Half the time, the wrestlers that you pick to win are the wrestlers we don't want to win.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So that's why another reason AEW is like getting popular because they've been picking wrestlers that the fans want to see win, like their favorite wrestlers. And so now it's more analyzing how the match was, because like if you put on a wrestling match, like for me right now, I've been watching it since I was like 4 or 3. Which I was gonna bring up. Good thing that just came in my head, but I'll bring it up right now. And like I could tell you what's literally gonna happen because like I watched so many matches and just I got to see who's wrestling. I could tell you what move is about to happen, how the finish is probably gonna end and stuff. That's just how long I've been watching it. That's why I don't watch it anymore because I kind of already know.
Yeah, you've seen this story already.
But with the whole, I've been watching it. I don't know if you've seen that picture where Dennis Rodman is with Hulk Hogan and Scott Hall and like X-Pac, and they're doing the little 4-light thing in the ring. Yeah, I was there for that.
Really?
Like in attendance.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember one year I was gonna go. It was when I was gonna take my sister wrestling. This was maybe like 2016, 2017, and I literally just connected this when Scott Hall died. Cause so this was like 20, and my mom was like, "Dang, you've been going to wrestling like shows a lot." And then she's like, "Where's this one at?" And I was like, "Allstate, like always. You know, since I've been a kid, it's always been an Allstate Arena, so my grandpa would take me." And she's like, "No, one time you went at a United Center." I was like, "No, I didn't." And she's like, "Yeah, you went with your uncle took you or your dad took you. I can't remember who she said." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, WWE's never done United Center. They've always done Allstate Arena. But I remember WCW, they did United Center when they were still in business in the 80s and 90s, and they went up all the way to 99. and that one in the United Center, that was when I went because Rodman, he had his match with. It was him and Hulk Hogan against Karl Malone and DDP, and it was that the year of the last dance.
That's crazy.
And I was there for that. I mean, I was probably all the way at the top, and I don't remember it obviously, but I was there because my mom was like, because apparently I've gone to see Jordan play. I was like, Mom, I was like 3, 4. I was like, I don't recall this at all. But yeah, with that too, I've been seeing it because she told me Rey Mysterio. That I saw Rey Mysterio wrestle, and Rey Mysterio was in WCW around that time because after that he went to ECW and then he went to WWE. So that's how I did the math when I saw, because everyone was posting that GIF.
Detective Zoo.
And I was like, oh, I was there.
That's dope though.
I don't recall it, but I was there.
All right, what else we got?
We can go and talk about Kyrie. Kyrie done won.
He
gotta give him his flowers.
He won. He stood tall.
He stood tall, and they finally gave.
They folded.
They gonna find all people whose name rhymes with Myrie Fervin. $50,000 every week.
All right, so where does this put Brooklyn? They're currently 8th. They have, if they they would basically have to win out, and the other people have to lose. They can get as high as 6, but they have potential to be the most dangerous 8th seed in the history of ever.
They won't stay at 8.
Okay.
Unless they really want that Miami smoke. But Miami could get them though.
I don't know. A lot of that was just gonna have to come down to
they want that Bucks rematch, so they might try to push for that 6th spot.
I want to see them against the Celtics more than anything. I want to see
That's
them.
probably fair.
I want to see them in the Celtics.
I'd rather see them go. No, I would say the Bulls.
No,
I'm talking about the Celtics and the Bulls.
That wouldn't be a bad one.
I would like Cleveland. If we could stick in this 4 or 5, I feel like we can take them in the 7.
Because we beat them today.
The biggest thing is that's what I'm saying. It's just that they still got 3 7-footers that they can just rotate.
And then it's like the Patrick Williams thing. It comes back and it's like, okay, bro, you still 6'7" at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He's just really athletic.
Like you a small forward. You DeMar's replacement. That's pretty much what you're gonna be. We need somebody else.
We need Tristan.
We need somebody 6'10" that can jump and block shots.
We need to see Chloe courtside.
I don't know, man. Talking to Lamar or something. Maybe that'll motivate
No,
him.
probably not. No, she don't need to touch Lamar. Like, go near that nigga no more. We experienced this once.
But nah, sports has honestly been pretty hot recently, especially with all the trades going on. Baseball was fighting tooth and nail to just get basic rights. They got a bunch of new changes coming up. Football, we got some recent trades. Deshaun Watson to the Browns, Russell Wilson to the Broncos. It was somebody else I'm missing.
They were saying Brady was
to the
thinking
Raiders.
about,
Brady initially apparently was thinking about Miami.
That's what I was. Yeah, he's been hinting at the Miami lately.
Which is weird though, because I think he already committed to Tampa.
It's Tom Brady.
True.
If I don't want to be in Tampa, I'm not going to be in Tampa.
True. Oh, Tyreek Hill went to Miami, and you think he's not going to do well? Why not?
I'm not saying he's going to be the worst player in the NFL, but he's not going to do his regular Tyreek numbers, and he's going to be exposed for
break down football, Coach Zoo. What about the Chiefs made Tyreek as good as he was?
That they have Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's probably mad because now he's like, Mahomes gonna throw the ball at me like 40 times a game now.
He's gonna have to. He got rid of his whole core.
Yeah.
It's literally just Mahomes. It's literally just Kelce and Hartman from that initial like 5-man core.
Yeah,
that's tough.
That's tough. You gotta rebuild that offense.
They got Juju and Jackson Mahomes dancing their way to freedom.
You hate to see it.
I'm not even
pray for Mahomes, bro.
He be looking stressed. Ever since he lost that Super Bowl, he do not be looking happy. He be like, man, I'm just here.
He got to deal with her, and then he proposed to her, so she getting half off rib. Tough. You 500, more like 250.
Oh, man. That's unfortunate.
That's crazy. Shout out to Deshaun Watson. He got the highest contract.
230.
That's crazy.
230.
Which goes back to our previous statement of like rapists get alleged rapists.
Yes.
Get their shmoney, and people who bet a stag, it's like, you're losing $11 million.
And two grand juries have currently like they're not saying he's innocent, but everybody keeps saying basically
they just acquit him.
There's not enough proof to lock him up, so we don't know if he did this or not.
Yeah.
But it's just like we can't say he's guilty without the proper proof.
They're probably just gonna do a civil suit, and then they're either gonna settle out of court or just say he's guilty, because civil suits are easier.
Because he said he doesn't want to settle.
Like with OJ, that's
he's
how they got him.
He's sticking with it. He's really saying like,
no, I didn't do
this. So I'm not going to say he's lying.
Well, he's not gonna say he did it.
True, but a lot of times, even with the whole thing with Chris Brown, we thought he was going to eventually settle just to shut her up, whether he did it or not. Because a lot of times they just don't want that negativity.
Yeah, but Chris Brown's just one. This dude's like 28 or 23 or however many it was.
True.
It's like
22 is a lot of bodies. But yeah, so I'm actually excited.
Masseuse, so I could see him doing that, being like, yo.
What? Yeah. I'm very excited though. Whatever's going on forget whatever's going on with Deshaun. Just in general, I'm actually excited to see what this NFL season look like. Mostly because I actually get to watch the games this upcoming season, because I don't got to work on Sunday. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get our way too early predictions for the NFL. What are y'all thinking?
Yeah. Well, Packers gonna win the North yet again. There's no question there. There's no question there.
I don't know. Your boy Devontae gone.
That don't matter.
He went with his college roommate.
We got the best defense, one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL right now.
What y'all offensive line look like?
Our line's perfect.
What y'all receiving core look like?
We only got one person right now. No, we got.
We going to get it.
Who we got? We got 2 wide receivers to sign. So we're gonna, but we have 11 draft picks this draft. and 2 of them are first round, 2 of them are second round, and 1 of them's a third round.
Y'all
And this is an NBA where the second round's trash.
Yeah.
Or 15 and later, first round is trash.
They say like
This
basically
one-
they say up to like 4. You usually got like
the
a
fourth,
rotation
fifth
player.
round.
Yeah.
And we have in the top 60, we have 5 picks.
Y'all gonna still draft everybody Aaron don't want.
Probably.
Another backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Why?
Nah, but I can
Just
see us signing
cause.
Jarvis. He still not signed.
Who?
He just fired his agent, I think.
Landry fired his agent?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
But I can see us getting him and then just signing 1 or 2
Might get a little spicy.
drafts.
Cause it's a couple like maybe even if they aren't like necessarily still dogs. It's some talented guys who still.
But I
aren't
mean,
signed
everyone's
yet.
like tripping over Devontae. It's like he was our best, but Aaron Rodgers making Alan Lazard a fucking household name. He made Randall Cobb like a 4th round pick, a household name. Aaron Rodgers, he could put me out there. He could probably. I'll make the papers in Green Bay.
Just get open.
Get open. I got you. I'm gonna make it reach.
Right.
I'm curious to see what he do though. What up?
No, I was gonna say NCAA's been heating up.
Man,
Elite
Coach K
St.
is
Peter's.
Coach K on his last last dance. Is he gonna pull it off? They in the Final
He
Four.
might.
I've been actually watching them in this tournament. They look good. They look like a solid. I can see. I don't
Duke
know.
always solid. Though.
Yeah, but sometimes they look better than this. They don't look unstoppable, but like whenever they look like they may get like taken over or whatever, they point guard take off. Paolo Banchero, he's going nuts
Yeah,
right now.
He can ball.
He should be. I think he should be first overall. I really don't see too many more getting picked over him, but we'll see how that turns out. I think Coach K may pull it off.
He might.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think Coach K may pull it off.
I think it's ridiculously easy to hit like full court shots in college. It seems like
Yeah.
Because
They be
just
draining hope.
over 7 people. That's good. All right. Like, what? Like, what are
man.
you talking about?
But now St. Peter's has been fun to watch
St.
too.
Pete- It's always good to watch a Cinderella story.
She's 15 seed. They got UNC though. That may be that's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, Purdue. They blew that Purdue game.
Yeah.
The Purdue almost got there.
I thought I had St. Peter's winning, but then towards the end, like not towards the complete end, but like close to it, I was looking. I was like, I don't know. I don't know how UNC comes out though, because St. Peter's don't like they scared of nobody. So
Well, who they got to play next?
it would be UNC and Duke are on the opposite sides of the bracket, I believe. So we could potentially end up with a Duke UNC final potentially
man.
if they beat St.
That's
Pete.
what they want.
Well,
Ain't nobody
That
asking
me?
you.
It wasn't me.
well,
Must have been your wife.
Oh yeah, true.
stunning on us.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Flexing.
Yeah, did you see him with the friendly fire jet? Damn.
Yeah, I was catching flights, not feelings.
Yeah.
On my way to work.
Damn, Zoo needed to get in a shark costume. We was about to blow up.
We took off.
This man gets married. He's like, yeah, I'm leaving the state. That's crazy.
Man's been coming after Reggie Miller job and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Man, that's crazy.
Full on broadcaster mode, photograph, Peter Parker mode out here. A lot of fun though. Is there anything else when we get up out of here?
We have Doja Cat. She
Okay,
seems to have been canceled.
Queen.
she retired, but
My
she ain't
wife.
really retired. That girl, 'cause she basically.
She just dropped a song.
I'm hearing a bunch of different things.
She's
I'm
just
hearing
sad usually.
I'm hearing she gave a bad performance,
She did that.
and that some people pulled up to her hotel, and I guess she wasn't in the mood to talk to him or something.
Yeah, she was trying to show love.
Yeah, and then it got bad on social media, like, oh, this, that, and the third.
It said someone
Doja
should have
Cat.
just showed her, like I said, soccer fan video. She would have known what the vibe was over in South America.
Yeah, that
Don't
girl
play.
ain't really retired.
No.
Everybody be so
She
fake.
just had a bad day and then like got in her feelings.
You
I
get your
guess.
feelings and you post and then you take it down.
Miss
And then,
Cat.
and then, oh, we praying for your daughter. Just praying for her for what? She will be fine.
Yeah.
She be
That girl is not retiring. Like, come on, bro. It's too much money out here.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna hold you. Folks, they use money don't make buy everything. Them niggas out there for money. They not leaving.
Man, they don't care.
A little disappointment. They'll be alright.
Yeah. Your boy, Mr. Kendrick, he's performing out there. He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
performing at Lala. That's messed up.
I thought he was headlining.
No, not Lala.
Lala, that lineup is bad,
That
bro.
was
I
whack.
looked at it
Lala was
again.
super whack.
That was bad. I recognized a couple, but I saw J. Cole, Lil Baby, freaking wasn't it Metallica?
Yeah, Metallica, Green Day.
That wasn't on the first. That was Metallica and Little Baby was for the first day, right?
I don't
Or
know.
was
They
it
haven't
the
announced the
second?
days
They
yet.
haven't announced the days,
Mm.
but like I saw them, and then you showed the people who was excited for it. Don't look like us.
At all.
They don't. But yeah, Green Day, all of them.
I mean, you gotta. I guess you have to be diverse. You can't. It's been Uzi dominated for the last.
I mean, yeah, if anything, the hip hop's the one that's been because before it was just The Rock. Because I saw someone posted like, since today's this year's Lala lineup is whack. Here's like this Kanye page posted it. Here's when Kanye headlined. It was 2008. Kanye was the only hip hop artist on there. It was just rock bands and Kanye.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're the ones, I guess,
dominating.
intruding on their space. Because before it was just rock and I guess like pop.
But I still don't see how you don't get no like Chicago art. Like they have no. I feel like there should always, even if he or she's not headlining, there should always be at least 2 or 3 Chicago artists at Lollapalooza.
Who are you gonna put up there?
If Doja Cat and Koi are on the same day, I might have to slide.
I
might have to.
bring out the shark suit.
But I mean, I don't know, because didn't Herb do Lala one year?
Herb, yeah, I saw Herb.
Herb's done Lala,
But
Dirk
then
can do Lala.
You get the gang and
Nah, Dirk ain't doing Lala. He's doing fucking United Center, is he? Yeah, he's doing.
Yeah.
My sister's going to that. She paid a ridiculous amount for that too.
Yeah. Any recent things you spent a ridiculous amount on that you excited about?
No, nothing really. I've just been trying to save. Bought this couch.
Yeah. We're gonna figure out a way to set it up. We're gonna be
comfy.
We're gonna be super comfy.
Super comfy.
On
We gotta talk about movies real quick before we get up out of here.
Oh wait, gay dog.
Oh yes.
Speak on the gay dog.
That's an insert of.
yeah. So on recent important news this week,
a homosexual,
a
dog.
Yeah, he was accused. So no, like,
they outed the dog.
They outed it, man.
Dog, guess.
Yeah, some owners saw, I guess, their dog humping a male dog, and they're like, "That dog's gay," and they took him to the shelter. They just left him there.
The fact that they made that the reason why, like, you could have just said, "Oh, we can't take care of him. We don't want him or anything." You had to specify that nigga's gay. We don't want no
and
dogs
which is like literally a quick Google search will tell you that like male dogs hump each other to assert dominance. And that's literally all they had to do. But nah, I guess that was a little too much work.
And then in Cinderella twist, what happens?
I think they were a lesbian, but a gay couple adopted him. So now it's a happy home.
LGBTQT for the gay animals. Let's get it. They're not seeing no gay squirrels around my neighborhood. Get out of here.
Now can the trans dogs compete in the races? That's a real question.
At the beauty pageants, are they allowed?
Like, this horse identified as a dog and run all the races. What?
Oh, that's crazy. But
you want to talk about movies?
Yeah, before we get out of here, I got a couple media things to talk about. Wait, has everybody seen Batman yet or no?
He has not.
No.
You have not.
But you can spoil it. I don't care.
What did you think about it?
I've seen memes of it and stuff.
I really enjoyed it. Honestly, it was one of those things. It was truly a detective movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't like too heavy on like being dark and gloomy and all that other type of stuff. It was a good, solid movie.
It didn't Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my God,
she carried.
I
was gay caping her because low key 2 years ago y'all weren't on there. I was on there.
I was on there.
A lot of people was on. Yeah,
I was on there with.
A lot of people.
Not as much as now.
And then she was on like, wasn't she in Divergent too?
She had that show Infidelity.
I could go on my Twitter page right now and see a poster. 2 years ago, that was not the case.
Oh, I'll see. You'll definitely see a like up under there for me.
Oh man, but no,
yeah, it was good. It felt like all the fighting scenes weren't like doing too much.
Yeah,
like you fight 8 people. I'm expecting Batman to get hit once.
Honestly, as soon as I saw him get hit, I was like, cool, I can watch this now. Cause like, I love the Arkham series, but the fact that you can just dodge every single attack, it's like, all right now.
That's another thing in video games. Cause there was this game, called Sekiro Die Twice or Shadows Die Twice or something. It's like one of them stupid horror games, but you can pretty much block everything. So like it'll be a boss that's like dropping like a comet out the sky, and here you come, tink, and block it, and it's just like wait a minute, what kind of sword is that? Bro, it'd be like big beasts just throwing across you, tink, and just you're like, come on, get out of here.
Oh man, but did you guys see the deleted scene that they released?
The Joker?
Yeah,
I'm kind of mixed on it.
Why you say that?
Because they made the Joker like really like. Yeah. He's still supposed to be kind of comical. So
the way I saw some people talk about it and the way I personally feel, I think it was be like, oh yeah, he really jumped in a vat of acid and this is the after effects. Yep. I don't know. It was one of those like, I think he did a really good job. The actor that played the Joker, I think it was solid, and I like the whole him being the criminal informant. It's like,
Yeah.
you're a homicidal maniac. I'm dealing with these homicidal maniacs. We got you behind bars. Help me out type of deal. But what the one thing I'm afraid of, I don't want Matt Reeves, especially if he gets the sequel, to be like, okay, now we got to push Joker as the sequel villain. No, you don't. You don't have to do that.
I think, like I said, they're doing that spin-off show for the Penguin.
Penguin's getting the spin-off series.
They're gonna introduce Blackface or Two-Face, I think. Black Mask or Two-Face. Yeah. And that's gonna be the villain of the second movie.
I was like, damn, they got Downey Jr. in
That
this.
was good. That was good. That was solid. That was solid.
Yeah, I think they'll be the bad guys for the second movie. Mm-hmm. Then I think that they're gonna push the Arkham Asylum for the 3, where Joker either takes over.
Yeah, I was like, let him be the third. Like him being the third one breaking out makes sense. But everybody was. It's tough because one thing I saw somebody on Twitter say, they was like, you gotta realize how hard it's got to be to admire a character like Batman for your whole life. Finally get blessed with the opportunity to tell the story and then be like, I'm not gonna use his best villain.
Right.
It's like the pool to do it is there, but it's been done so many times. It's like, okay, I can't understand somebody saying, why don't we get like you said, a Black Mask or somebody else? Because it's one of those, like, you can make him interesting. Yeah. Like the Riddler, I wasn't expecting sex dominatrix Riddler, but the guy who played the character did a really solid job in my opinion. He made you think, but at the same time, he was also like, these riddles aren't for you to save him. He's dead, but this is a riddle to find out why. Like that's how he was on. That's the time he was on. It wasn't no, if you solve this riddle, he'll survive. It's like, no, this nigga is going to die, but you're about to find out why when you solve this riddle.
They really push in on the insanity in Gotham. Because, like, the Riddler was crazy.
Absolutely.
He was, like, insane. Then you look at the Joker, and you be like, yeah, that dude's nuts.
Nuts.
And I'm scared that's where they're going to go is because the Joker, you don't have no limits. Yeah. Like, you could, like, as the Joker, if you kill a kid, you be like, that's expected. Yeah. Like, I'm hoping I can see, you know, like, you really got to take it there with the Joker. And I'm afraid Matt Reeves is going to make it just one of those super dark, gory,
and
just Joker.
I don't want to see that.
It's like, no, Heath Ledger did it too, like, where it was like, okay, he's killing people, but it was still Joker.
It was strategic to it.
Right, like, I don't want him out here just chopping people up and blowing stuff up. Like, you got to have some order to it. It just can't be chaos.
You want, like, organized chaos, kind of?
Because kind of like how Joker would do it. Like, whenever him and Joker would fight, it was like one punch, it's over.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't fight.
Yeah.
It would be like, hey, Batman, you can punch me in the face right now and kill me, or you can just say this burning bus full of kids and let me get away. And Batman's like, I got to save these kids, so I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, when you can figure out how to stop me, then we'll fight. But he ain't never just went 2 rounds with the Joker.
Nah.
It's like, this dude's 115 pounds and he's crazy. It's like, no, I'm not going to be fighting this dude all day.
Yeah. So that's what's so, because I think everybody has their opinions on Joker's and Batman's relationship, but a lot of it still do come down to like a battle of wits, because it's one of those, when you can't predict somebody, like literally his whole being is being super sane. It's like, I'm so crazy, I know more than everybody else, basically.
But see, that's the thing, is because Batman is the craziest one.
Yeah.
So it's
because
Joker's,
he thinks he's the savior.
Because Joker's like, I'm going to just put him in a predicament where he's going to save me or kill me, but he'll never kill me. Mm-hmm. So I can do whatever the hell I want because he'll never kill me. And I'll always be able to escape. And as long as I can escape, I run Batman.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like he did in the movie. It's like, I got these people tied to 2 drums. Mm-hmm. You can only save one. Who you saving? Now, you know you can't save both. Now, I'm forcing you to play God. Pick whose life you're going to save. Batman, you can't do that. And that's how that's the Joker's thing.
Yeah. I think that's going to be, I think it's going to be pretty cool to see how that plays out. Lastly, in regards to movies at least, Morbius has not been getting good reviews at all.
I also heard that.
Now, I'm a big fan of forming your own opinion.
I already saw what the ending was, too. Well, after credits.
Oh, okay. I'm a big fan of forming your own opinion and going to see it. And it's one of those, like, I know I'm going to see it because it's not going to be, like, free for streaming anywhere. Right. So it's kind of like...
to blow.
Nah, I got Cinemark passes. My tickets roll over. So I'm definitely going to check it out. Even if y'all don't watch it, if you want to just have somewhere I can just bash it. If it's bad, I'll talk about it.
No, you can't.
I already read it.
Okay. So
I'll check it out. It's just like the more they pushed it back, the less I kind of wanted to see it.
that's what's
And that's why I was like, because when the trailer dropped, I'm like, this is gonna be heat, and it was just push back. I'm like, I don't know.
Because even if it was disappointing in January, I would have been okay with it.
Right.
But it's like now y'all right around the corner from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That has all of my attention right now.
And then it's like it's just you. Like you can't have Blade, and you a vampire. You can't have a glimpse of Blade in there. You can't have a little bit of it.
What is Sony's issue? Like, what aren't they doing correctly with the live action since like post Tobey Maguire? What aren't they understanding? Like, why is it that just Marvel / Disney is getting it right? Basically,
It's because like you find the people that say Marvel's not getting it right because it's too comical. It's like what do you want a superhero movie to be? Because they try to DC or not DC, but Sony just tries to push so dark. It's just like, oh, somebody's gotta die. Like it was like 4 people died in that first Spider-Man movie. You're like, all right, this is a lot for him to be. like he's not really. He's not.
All right, hold on.
Like
wait.
Like the lizard died. Your girl died. Everybody dies. Even the police commissioner died. Like, you're not a very good Spider-Man at this point. But it's like even Tobey Maguire's was like all the villains died. So it was like, this is kind of a Spider-Man movie. He doesn't kill, but he finds a way to win in the end. They just be like, nah, we gonna take Spider-Man there. Like he gonna have it all and lose it all, or he ain't gonna have nothing and never get nothing. That's just about that's it. Like, and I just don't understand it because like the Morbius, he's not really a big standout character like that. Like he is.
I think they was trying to strike that like Guardians of the Galaxy gold. It's like y'all don't really have a reason to even care about this character. But
he's Spider-Man.
He's cool, yeah. And so if he can lead into Spider-Man, because all it is, they're trying to build around their own Spider-Man. Now it makes me worried if they do go forward with the Andrew Garfield movie, they're going to screw him over again.
Because there's a perfect Spider-Man story where he's with Morbius when he turns into the human spider, the man spider. And I think Venom's in that comic where he has to find the cure to save Spider-Man.
That was disgusting. I don't want to see the human
spider. I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see
I don't want to see that.
It would be dope, though. You have Morbius and you...
I hated it in the cartoon. That shit creeped me out.
It was very
disgusting.
But it's still like, that's a story. That's a story you can say, maybe a what if. I mean, I'm not opposed to, like, man, just get these dudes like 3 or 4 episodes of a show and just call that the thing. Get them a live action person when it's time to put them in a movie, and just call that a day. Everybody don't need no movie.
Yeah, a lot of people also saying that the fact that Jared Leto was attached to it was probably a bad sign to be.
Jared Leto is a
because
good
niggas
actor.
do not like Jared Leto.
He is a good actor, but he be doing too much. He does way too much.
When he was playing as the Joker, apparently he would like
on the tattoos.
He would put he had a lot to do with how the Joker looked. But he would also like put like very like creepy, dark, gory gifts outside of like people's trailers. And Viola Davis was straight up was like, "You're not doing that. Yeah. Like that's not happening with me." So it's just like
he's a little weird.
It's just one of the I don't know. But Fire Nation, let us know what y'all thinking about how Morbius is gonna show up. What you think about all these other movies? What did y'all think about the Batman? What are you guys looking forward to in the upcoming movies? Is there a movie that we should be looking at that we don't know about? Keep us posted. Let us know. We'll definitely be talking about
some brief TV before we get out of here. Bel-Air. Did you think that was the season finale? It seemed like it was.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's weird like
because I follow them, obviously. I follow the show, but I've never seen anything post to say season finale.
But it ended like a kind of like, okay, the next episode is going to be kind of a little clearing the air. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't think this season's much longer because they're about 9 episodes in?
8, I think.
8. So I could probably get 10 or 12 out of this one.
I wouldn't mind 10. It would be refreshing to see like an actual 10 episode arc because everything is like 6. Like, wait, why? Like,
you watched Snowfall yet?
The latest episode, no, but I'm up to this latest episode.
You seen the part 1?
No, I got to talk. Okay. So it's
part 1 and part 2.
So season finale is on the 31st.
So that's at least what, 2
Friday
this week.
Yeah.
No, not Friday.
Tuesday.
So you have. We're gonna give you.
I'll watch it this week.
All right then. So we're gonna because we gotta get some bonus episodes when you go back to the motherland. So we're gonna talk about Bel-Air, get our reaction just about sitcoms going dark for the sake of drama and all of that.
That Lakers show was wild too.
I didn't watch that, but I heard it's like I heard it's a little weird. Like
it's a little like you be like, oh. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how y'all was giving it up in LA. Huh? You definitely see a different side of the things.
Yeah.
It's not a
And,
bad
and
watch.
you see, Magic was like, you know what? I didn't tell my own story.
Yeah.
And he immediately was like, yeah, 4-part documentary.
Yeah, they showed Jerry West was a trip too.
They say he was a hater.
He was a super hater.
So
Like,
this is how
Mr.
I play.
Logo, huh?
This isn't how I used to play. But we thank y'all for tuning in to yet another exhilarating installment of the Friendly Fire Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can find us on IG at friendly_fire. Once again, friendly_fire. You can email us at friendlyfire2021@gmail.com. Once again, friendlyfire2021@gmail.com. You guys can send us your MP3s, your artwork, all of that. If you guys are artists and want to get your stuff sent, send it to us. If it's music and we like it, it'll go up at the end of our podcast. Our TikTok is also live. We are Friendly Fire Pod on TikTok. Once again,
TikTok.
Friendly Fire Pod on TikTok. We put up clips. We will post questions. If you guys have any opinions, ask it on there. We'll either answer it on here or answer it directly on TikTok. So, on behalf of my boys, I am Rico, G-Baby, Zoo, Friendly Fire. Be blessed.
Peace.
We didn't mention Kanye.